Hi boys and girls, today we're getting together to talk about decimals, okay? Now this is something that we already know. We already know our place value, our ones, our tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and 100,000s. These are all considered whole numbers. Now the new thing is the decimals we have to learn. For example, a decimal is a part of a whole number. And so when you see the decimal, we'll read the whole number, and then when you see the decimal, you say, and 2/10. Tenths comes next. After the ones place, you have your decimal, then comes the tenths. Try that, say tenths. This is 2/10. And like I said, it's part of a whole. So if you were to think about it, you could think about it over here, like in the 10 block. So 2/10 would be only 2 of them colored. Now let's move to the next place value over, and you have the 100th place. This is 3 in the 100th place, but if you look at the number together, you have 23 hundredths. And so it would look like this up here, and you would have actually 23 of the blocks colored in, representing 23 out of 100. And that's really what it means. It's like a fraction. So 2/10 and 23 hundredths. Okay? And so what I really want to talk to you about today is adding decimals. Right here we have a word problem, and let's read it. Eduardo bought a smoothie for $2.35. He also bought a pretzel for $1.87. How much money did he spend all together? Well, there's keywords here that tell us we're going to add, and the keywords here is all together. And so what we do, first of all, we take the $2.35 and the $1.87, and you line up the decimal. You line up the decimal, and then you put your numbers accordingly. So line up the decimals, and then your decimal drops down into your answer immediately. So decimal, 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 they all line up. Then you start over in the 100th place and start your adding. 5 plus 7, 12, put your 2, regroup the 1. 3 plus 8 is 11, add the 1, that makes 12. Put your 2 and regroup the 1. And don't forget your decimal. 2 plus 1 is 3, and 1 more is 4. So how much money did Eduardo have all together? He had $4.22. Now let's take a look at subtracting decimals. Subtracting decimals. Altogether, Eduardo spent $4.22, if you remember from our question we just had. His mom gave him $5. How much change will be left? Now, there's keywords here that tell us to subtract. For example, how much change? Change makes us think about subtraction, and left, like leftover, that means subtraction. Again, let's line up our decimals. 5.00, that's $5.00, minus $4.22, or 22 hundredths. Okay? 0 minus 2, I can't do it, so I have to regroup. I can't borrow from here, so I come on with the 5. I borrow 1 from the 5, and that becomes a 4, and I carry that over to the 0, and I make that a 10. borrow from the 10 and I make it a 9. And then I can regroup that 1 over to the number now and solve it. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 2 is 7. And 4 minus 4, well, that's 0. And then what you have left over is 78 cents. Or 78 hundredths. So those are some things we're going to be working on in preparation for the test. So let's practice that at school. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.